And I am positive my peers who teach in this school will do everything they can for you to show you all the ropes so that you can pass any and every class you take. I am confident of that. I tell my kids, look, I will climb the mountain with you, but I cannot climb it for you. Now this gets down deep into your gut. This may be hard for some of you. Some of you may have come in here and wanted some cheerleading, rah-rah stuff. I'm going to get into your gut and challenge you at the core of who you are. Because look out there in the world. We're not rolling big time here in the country, are we? It's been true for longer than the past 3 years, so don't blame the current president or the last president. And you are the young adults who are going to move into this world. And there's a part as an adult to some degree, I don't know about you, Dr. Carter, I kind of feel guilty. Although I didn't do it necessarily, I'm one of the grown-ups. The best thing I can do for you to help you make it through is to tell you the truth. And the truth is, you need to be driven by something deep in your gut that says, this is who I want to be and where I want to go. I'm not just wearing a blue smock because, I just thought blue was cool and I'll just go join that group. I'm not wearing red because, I thought maybe it'd be fun to wear red. I like Bama. Whoa, go. There's something that's driving you to go that direction so that when the diligent effort is required, you do it gladly. But don't do it alone. Point 3. You want to be successful. You want to be on the road to success. Know why. Have a why. Be ready to put in the diligent effort. Anybody can do anything, but it takes a diligent effort. And 3, don't do it alone. Or another way of putting it that I tell my students in class is build allies. College can be a very isolating and kind of lonely experience for some people. In fact, one of the cool parts about the way the nursing department has decided to do it with giving each other the uniforms is that there is an instant connection. I'm one of you because I'm wearing this certain color of this certain division within the nursing area. That's awesome. Way to go, guys. Way to go, administration. Some of you may have thought, I don't know if I like it. Well, you're going to be wearing this uniform probably the rest of your life as a nurse. Trust me. Build allies. The studies are clear all across the area of education, leadership, and learning. The studies are clear. The people who succeed the best are those who work and learn in group. Now, as a historian, this is not a surprise to me. I could have told you this without all the smart people deciding it through some test. Because when you look through history, the success of any civic organization, city, state, kingdom, always comes back to whether the people work together as a team, if they built allies together. Think back to the start of our country, St. Augustine, Santa Fe with the Spanish, Jamestown, the Pilgrims, the Puritans. These people did not make it through because there was a Walmart down the street just hooking them up. These people made it through because they pulled together to make it through a challenging experience for which they had a vision for what they were trying to accomplish, and they knew it was going to take hard work to pull it off. And they realized if we don't pull it off together, we're not going to make it. In my classes, we spend a lot of time talking about learning communities. Our college really focuses a lot, I'm sure your college is on the same wavelength, with the idea of being learner-centered. Meaning that what we're doing in the classroom is not memorizing, I teach history, not memorizing a bunch of dates and names and stuff like that, or just hearing some boring old droning Charlie Brown professor going on reading from the book about a bunch of dead old white guys, and what's that got to do with me? Instead, we're a learning community working our way through the journey of whatever topic I'm teaching. American history, Western Civ. In that process, we do a lot of interactive work together. My classroom is constantly going from me talking for about 5 or 10 minutes to saying, turn to your neighbor and say this. If we had more time, in fact, I thought about it. If we had more time, I'd make you do it now. The reason we do it, one of the reasons I do it in my class, besides the fact that it makes learning better, professors, you might want to consider this if you're not already doing it, hint, hint, hint. is that it forces me to acknowledge you as another human being. That you matter, and that you matter, and that we don't look alike, and we might not have the same value system, and we may think diametrically opposed on any certain specific thing we're talking about. That I can respect you as another human being, a person living on this planet who has value, that you have purpose, and better, because learning should be lifelong learning, better, even though I may think I know why I believe what I believe, I'm going to learn from you. And as we talk through an issue, and as the 4 or 5 of us talk about an issue, we're going to learn from each other, and we're going to be finding a synergy that helps us move forward. So we had these conversations in my class, not just because I want them to get better grades, though they will because we do, but because I want them to learn now the concepts of, to use a different word, community. Learning's community is what we talk about in my room. It's in our name, Calhoun Community College. It's not just there for kicks or because all the C's line up together. There's a reason it's there. When these colleges were started in the 50s, the entire purpose was to say, in a certain community, can we come together and provide an opportunity for our young adults who can't or may not want to go off to a 4-year institution somewhere far, far away. That was the whole point. You need to build allies. Before I go to the last point, let me say one last thing. Don't just build allies with each other. Build allies also with your professors. If I could tell you anything, and I've met a few of them already today, I can promise you that the vast majority of professors that you'll run into here at Calhoun have your best interests in mind. They want you to succeed. They are going to give every bit of their effort for you. Students, please get this if you get nothing else. Never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never, ever let your relationship with your professor become acrimonious. Never get this way with your professor. Never. These people are here to help you. Now look, is it true that maybe at my school, at least, I don't know your school, at my school, there are people who maybe they need to retire because they quit caring a long time ago? Yeah. Is it true there may be some professors who are just flat out mean? Yeah. Are there a few that just may be jerks? Yeah. Can I tell you a secret? We're human. And the rest of that is, when you get out in the real world, if you haven't already figured it out, people who should have retired because they quit caring, people who are mean, people who are jerks, they're just out there too. So now may be a good time for you to learn how to deal with that person who's basically in charge of you. Like that's just kind of extra. It's just kind of free. I don't know a lot of the professors here, but I want to be in their corner because I know they care for you. If you'll build an alliance with your professor, that could be the best move you ever make if you want to be on the road to student success. All right, last thing. I know you want to get out of here. Here we go. Last thing. You got to dream big. And we're going to loop around to where I was with my story about the mountains. You got to dream big, but you got to have responsibility for your actions. Do you have a dream? Have you got a vision? Some of you right now, you're nodding your heads. You're saying, yep, I do. That's awesome, man. Hang on to that. Cherish it. Realize nobody cares but you, which isn't necessarily true, but nobody cares as much as you. Cherish it. Protect it. Be willing to fight for it. Don't let anybody get in your way. But then you have to take responsibility for how you handle things. I could have left the trail. I think I would have gotten back. I've got a very good sense of direction. If you grew up where I grew up, man, I'm just a country boy. I mean, I wore shoes today just for you. I'm just saying, that's my wife. I mean, I'm outside. I mow the grass barefoot. I mean, I just be outside. I grew up in the woods. I could have made it. I feel very confident. Now, I could just be being stupidly cocky, and I could be up there now just wandering around dying, and my family wondering what happened to me, right? But I think I could have made it. But I knew that I was responsible. And my value system, like these guardrails here, provided me some idea of, you know what, I can't leave the trail. I can't get all negative. I was as tired as my kids by this point. Me being all negative and complaining and stuff, that's not going to help anything. I need to keep them encouraged. And so we started talking and telling stories, and I started singing stupid songs and making them get mad at me. Dad, shut up! And then eventually we rounded a corner, and there was the parking lot. We'd made it back. It wasn't really that long of a walk. It's probably only 1.5 miles, 2 miles max. But we were going up and down through the woods, so it felt like it was a long way. You've got a great opportunity in front of you. You need to take hold of it and not let go. You need to have that deep-seated dream, the why, because it's going to be hard work. It's going to take diligent effort the whole way. From pinnacle to pinnacle was not an easy walk. Nobody's going to pick you up and carry you. Nobody's just going to hand you a diploma and say, congratulations, now you got your AA, we just like you the best. You got to go in a group. You've got to work together. You've got wonderful people in the college who believe in you. You can make some of your best friends. Some of you may find your husband or your wife here. Build alliances in here that make a difference. And take responsibility for all your actions. If you'll apply these 4 things, I promise, 2 years from now, maybe 3 max, you're going to be there. After that, if you apply those things then, you'll keep going and you'll be successful. If I can do anything for you, I want to. I know for most of you, I'm never going to see you ever again. But I say this to every group I talk to, and I mean it. I'd love to be there to help you. I'd love to work with you. I'd love to support you. I'd love to find something I can do for you. If there's anything I can ever do for you, just contact me. You go to my website, my name, my full name, carlcreasman.com. You'll find information that can help you. Free stuff, other things you can read, ebooks, useful articles, a way to contact me directly. If you'd like, every month I send out a free newsletter about being successful in life, successful in school. If you'd like to sign up to that, it's easy to do it. You can go to my website and do it. It's real simple. Or you can just put the word mail, M-A-I-L, .myname.com. Or if that's too challenging, around here on some of the tables, there's a sign-up sheet. You could sign your name, put your email, and I'll make it work so that you get the email from us. We'd love to be there for you. My whole life has been spent as an adult giving myself to students like yourself. Look, I'm not going to go much longer. We need you to be successful. This country needs you. We're in challenging times. You are the young generation that is going to move us through. A lot of times when I listen to the news or I watch some of the people on TV talking, it gets me a little sad, gets me a little nervous, makes me a little bit worried. And then I come and meet young people like yourselves. And when I do, it's like I met my students yesterday in my classes, I am encouraged. You still are alive in the greatest nation in the planet. You still are alive in a country where there is tremendous opportunity. And you are the generation that's going to take us there. It has been my honor to be with you guys. I really am excited to hear what happens for you. I would love to be your friend. Come find me on Facebook. Find me through my website. If I can ever do anything for you, I'm not blowing smoke up your skirt. I promise. I will be there for you. Dr. Carter, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your semester.